A core building classic, forearm plank. Start on your knees and forearms and then step your feet back as you tighten your glutes and abs, creating a straight line from your shoulders to your heels. Hold steady, keeping your hips from rising or falling. This is a classic isometric exercise. Your joints aren't moving, but you're building a solid core. Your head should stay in line with your back, so pick a spot a foot in front of you to keep your gaze. It will help you to neutralize your neck. Stack your elbows under your shoulders with your forearms parallel. Fire up those heels, pushing them away from the body. Don't take the easy way out. Squeeze your abs as you contract your glutes. You did a great job. Let's get you ready for the real thing and start with half push-ups. Get into a push-up position. Then, keeping your core tight, bend at the elbows to lower your chest halfway to the floor. Pause, and then push through your hands to lift yourself back up. Think about pushing the ground away from you instead of pushing yourself up from the ground. Tuck your elbows close into your sides. You don't want them to flare out wide. By keeping your core and glutes tight, you'll be able to maintain a flat back and hips. You did so well. Now let's try a little yoga. Plank to downward dogs. Start in a push-up position with your body in a straight line, abs and glutes tight, and then lift your hips to move into an inverted V. Pause in this pike before returning to the starting plank. Press through all 10 fingers and keep those pointer fingers pointing straight ahead. Fire your heels backwards and your head and neck forwards in plank. Don't forget to flex your core to lighten the load on your arms and your shoulders. Try and press your heels into the floor as you lift your hips up into the downward dog. Catch a break and we'll be right back. All right, pushing you to the top with mountain climbers. In a push-up position, pull one knee towards your chest, keeping your toes lifted and your hips down. And then quickly extend that leg as you bring your other knee forward, repeating for reps. Resist the temptation to swing your knees. Stay in control. Your core is the key, so keep your abs squeezed tight. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Remember to keep your arm joints stacked. Drive your legs like pistons, keeping a steady rhythm. Keep most of your weight in your hands and let your legs move freely. You did a great job. A strength training classic, push-ups. From a strong push-up position, keep your core and glutes tight and then bend at the elbows to lower yourself towards the floor. Pause at the bottom and then push the floor away to lift yourself back up. Pull the floor towards you as you lower down towards the ground. Leave the bouncing for the basketball court. You need to control your body weight at the bottom of the rep. I should be able to place my water bottle on your back. Feel it in your chest, shoulders, triceps, core, and glutes. You pushed yourself there. Well done. Diamond push-ups. Get into an alternate push-up position with your hands under your chest and your thumbs and fingers touching, creating a diamond shape. Now bend your elbows to lower down, then press through your hands to lift back up. With your fingers touching, you are recruiting more of your middle and upper chest. Push the floor away from your body. Remember to breathe. In on the way down, out on the way up. This alternate hand position doesn't mean you should forget to flex your core and glutes. Nothing sexier to me than hard work. Pyke presses. From a pike position with your hips lifted high, keep your torso and legs rigid, then bend at the elbows and lower the top of your head towards the floor. Pause at the bottom, and then straighten your arms to lift back up. Think about lowering the top of your head to the floor. Use the whole of your hand to support your weight. Spread your fingers wide. You can bend your knees slightly if you have tight hamstrings. Keep it up. Now here's a classic, pull-ups. Grab the bar with an overhand grip, tighten your core, and then pull your shoulder blades down and together as you pull your elbows towards your ribs, lifting your body up towards the bar. Slowly lower down and repeat for reps. Keep your legs squeezed together. Think about lifting the top of your chest and rib cage up to touch the bar. All right, quick break. I want you to walk it off. It's time to jump into the pool with your Superman swimmers. On your stomach with your arms and legs outstretched, engage your core and squeeze your shoulder blades to lift your arms, chest, and legs, and then pull your elbows in towards your ribs. Pause before extending back out. Point your fingers and toes in opposite directions. Really lift those thighs off the floor to up the challenge, but know your limits. Relax your neck and unclench your jaw. Take a big breath as you extend your arms, and then exhale as you squeeze your elbows in tight. Focus on pulling your elbows tightly to your sides to engage your back. Keep your torso and trunk locked by engaging your core. You're awesome! push-ups. Try and take a brief pause at the top. Flex your abs and those glutes. I should be able to place my water bottle on your back. Create a lowercase t with your body. Your hand should be level with your shoulders, not above by your head. That was awesome! Diamond push-ups. Remember to breathe. In on the way down, out on the way up. That diamond should be centered under your chest, not under your chin. Push the floor away from your body. With your fingers touching, you are recruiting more of your middle and upper chest. I'm impressed. Pyke presses. Use the whole of your hand to support your weight. Spread your fingers wide. Use your core to help keep your hips lifted. Keep those elbows steady. Try to not let them flare in and out. That looked great. Pull-ups. Don't let your elbows flare out. Try to keep them under the bar. To up the challenge, focus on the negative and lower yourself down more slowly than you lifted your chin to the bar. Well done. Reset. Superman swimmers. Point your fingers and toes in opposite directions. Really lift those thighs off the floor to up the challenge, but know your limits. Take a big breath as you extend your arms, and then exhale as you squeeze your elbows in tight. Relax your neck and unclench your jaw. Keep your torso and trunk locked by engaging your core. Focus on pulling your elbows tightly to your sides to engage your back. You looked awesome out there. Forearm Plank. If having your palms flat on the floor bothers your wrists, you can always interlace your fingers together. Fire up those heels, pushing them away from the body. Straighten your arms, but do not lock out your knees. This isn't a resting pose. If you're not shaking a bit by the end, contract your abs with more force. Focus on engaging your abs and your glutes to keep your hips level. Stack your elbows under your shoulders with your forearms parallel. That was awesome! Half push-ups. Stay in control as you lower yourself down. By keeping your core and glutes tight, you'll be able to maintain a flat back and hips. Tuck your elbows close into your sides. You don't want them to flare out wide. I want you to shake out those muscles. Plank to downward dogs. There's a lot of hip movement in this exercise, but try to keep them flat while you're in plank. Don't forget to flex your core to lighten the load on your arms and your shoulders. If your hamstrings are tight, soften your knees just a bit while in downward dog. Think about rotating your inner thighs up to the sky to recruit your leg muscles. Looking strong. Mountain climbers. Keep most of your weight in your hands and let your legs move freely. Resist the temptation to swing your knees. Stay in control. Your core is the key, so keep your abs squeezed tight. Drive your legs like pistons, keeping a steady rhythm. Remember to keep your arm joints stacked. Big breaths in, big breaths out. All that effort's going to pay off.